Welcome to the Sun today for the 15th of February 2025. Solar activity seems to be increasing. A quick summary of what's going on. Solar activity is moderate but increasing. The sunspot number is up to 170. We have 2 new numbered sunspot regions. We had 8 C flares today, no M flares, and 8 coronal mass ejections. The solar wind speed seems to be increasing slightly. And the KP index is still relatively high, and we did have a G1 geomagnetic storm today. Well, let's take a look at what's going on with the sunspots. We have 15 regions on the sun at the moment, 2 of which are just newly numbered. That's 3996 and 3997. Plus we have 4 very small regions that are not currently numbered and may, of course, never be numbered because they're so small. But generally that means that the number of sunspots is increasing, so I suspect tomorrow the sunspot number will be yet higher. The area of the sun covered by sunspots at the moment is 1120 millionths of the area of the sun. Well, how is geospace doing? As I mentioned earlier, we've had a weak geomagnetic storm today, a G1 level storm in the middle of the day. But the levels have subsided again. That's probably due to the fact that the solar wind on the right here increased slightly up to about 650 kilometers per second, and maybe even a couple of points at about 700 kilometers per second. The temperature of the solar wind has stayed remarkably constant at about 2 to 300,000 degrees Kelvin. Again, this is a transition region temperature. If we look at the model of the auroral arc, you can see it's far less active than yesterday. That coronal hole is beginning to rotate over the west limb, so will have less of an effect on the Earth as the days go by. We do have a new little coronal hole that's opened up near the North Polar regions, but I don't think that's particularly significant. It certainly won't affect the Earth, it's too far north. Looking at the sun in X-rays, we had 8 C flares according to NOAA. I could actually argue there were many more C flares than that looking at that plot, but that's what the official number is. And the X-ray background has now risen to about 1.7 C. Coronal mass ejection activity has increased. We had 8 CMEs recorded by SOHO today. And I'll show you a movie of the LASCO C2 and C3 fields of view as usual. Note Mercury exiting stage left here is now becoming an evening star. Here's my forecast for tomorrow. The sunspot number will continue to rise. Flare activity should therefore probably start increasing again. The solar wind will continue to moderate as that coronal hole moves over the west limb. So geomagnetic storms will be ending for now. Now, I said that yesterday and it didn't happen, but I suspect it will happen today. Once again, thank you for listening. If you enjoy these videos, please pass them on to friends or neighbors or relations who you think might benefit from understanding more about how the sun works. And so until next time, stay safe and goodbye.